Gemini, Marina from the Butterfly Effect. This is going to be your reading for the next 7 to 10 days. It's for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. And we're reading for Gemini because you've come through on the dice and you have got your 5th house coming into focus this time period, Gemini. 5th house representing romance, children, creativity, entertainment, gambling. Not sure specifically where it's going with that, but we have got Neptune saying that things are unclear. I've got a man in a maze here for sure. Maybe we're under some sort of illusion. Maybe there's miscommunication. We're unclear is really what I feel. So in terms of archetypes, you have got the Venom, crikey, the fault line in the river. I actually do see this as ultimately something that's quite positive and maybe overdue, Gemini. The Venom and the fault line. So the Venom speaks about some sort of poison, toxic presence. Now this can be you or it's someone you're dealing with, and it can be something that's spoken. It can be a toxic environment. It can be toxic thoughts or poisonous thoughts. And you know, when I get to the river, which is the release of this. Now, this may suggest that there's something going to erupt here, Gemini, for you with the fault line. But I actually got an image of a scene in the X-Files where Mulder is actually being poisoned in his apartment. I think it's something they put in the water or the air, can't remember specifically. But unbeknownst to him, he is being poisoned, and not only him but other people's in his apartment block are reacting really violently. So he has this, you know, uncharacteristic outburst and punches his paws, and you'll think that's just totally weird. So I don't know if it's something to do with that. I mean, you know, this could be just something that's grating on you, you know, someone that's grating on you, or something you've maybe tolerated, but it literally could be coming from you ultimately, Gemini. This is for you to determine, because they were saying that with the fault line that we're on shaky ground in some way. You know, this is the card kind of before the tower, if you like. It's something that's developed usually slowly and usually over time, but it is a warning, Will Robinson. Where does that come from? I don't know. That there's some sort of shift, you know. So either there's, I'm getting both cards here, the owls and the birds, which are both communication cards in this deck, verbal communication. I mean, nothing suggesting it's, you know, hugely negative, to be fair, but this may be like some sort of release or purging, because the tear is coming up. Now, it can sometimes be that we're you know, quite sad about something, and that we, you know, we let something go emotionally. It comes to the surface, something erupts, and we may be really, really sad about something as well. Sometimes that can, what the tear can be, but it's also a card of forgiveness and grace and acceptance, and it is in the upright, suggesting that something is going to like flow and wash through, and it's going to come through some sort of conversation. Now, obviously, with the 5th house, I mean, I'm getting the boss and the mother coming up here, so this could be like a children issue, or it's romantic. What else could it be? I will clarify. I'm not really, you know, correlating the 5th house to whatever's coming through here. This feels more kind of official just because I've got the bear, you know. So we've got the man in the labyrinth, and that's speaking about somebody who's a bit lost. We have got a combination speaking about a powerful conversation, or a conversation with a boss, or a conversation with a mother. It can be, sometimes we're talking about, you know, wealth and investments with that. And then we've got more conversation, and this one is about making some sort of change, positive changes usually, or releasing something or getting above something. It might just be a clearing of the air for you, Gemini. Ooh, Justice reversed at the base of the deck. Got the sun here with the clouds. The clouds is about the only thing that can affect the sun in this deck. See, we're not clear. Whenever we are clear when Neptune's here, it almost seeks to confuse. Okay, why does Gemini show us the man in the Gemini reading? So this is either you, but it's normally someone you're connecting with. If it is a boss, and it would be a male boss, for example, you're having a talk to. Yeah, so Judgment and the 4 of Pentacles here. making some sort of big announcement or decision. Maybe that, you know, we're a bit lost, or we feel a bit closed off and we don't know where to go from here. Feel a bit stuck. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, I really do think this is some sort of conversation with the boss man here, or the boss. It's the bear is an image of, you know, being large and in charge, you know, speaking to the authorities, the Hierophant, sometimes doing the right thing. It's about commitments and contracts. And I feel that somebody is saying that, you know, they're stuck, you know, they're stagnant. Maybe somebody wants something new and they're kind of aggravated and antsy. When the Knight of Swords in reverse, they might feel they're not getting enough money, they're not being paid enough, they're not getting the promotion that they wanted. So, you know, this may be something that's, as I say, it's like an underlying fault line that's developing slowly over time. And, you know, there might just be, you know, a venomous outburst, some sort of release here. Let's see what this bear's about with the... Oh God, yeah. Oh, hello. And the Five of Cups reverse. So there's something not working out here, and I think it is probably on the work front for you, Gemini. But we've got the Five of Swords, speaking of a lose-lose situation. This is a card that's about aggression and fighting and conflict and winning at all costs. And, you know, I'm getting like no fucks given who somebody steps over here to get to where they want to get to. And it's not a collaborative effort, the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Not everybody is included here. The conversation we're having is saying that something's not working. Something's not working properly. People not working together. And they may have specifically an issue with the boss. Or this may be in terms of the conflict itself, where somebody is maybe kind of throwing their weight around. The Knight of Swords, when he's in reverse, is usually spoiling for a fight. Now, it can be a kind of whistleblower type vibe here as well, you know. This is someone who's, you know, not necessarily saying collected information, but I'm sort of getting that vibe. Let's see. Yeah, there's something not fair here. I've got the Justice card reverse and I've got the Six of Pentacles reverse. So there is an argument over who gets paid what, who gets what, who does what, you know. And it's kind of festering and it's going to be released like a big trumpet. Wasn't quite ready. Gemini, what's the change? This is the talk about change. Right, so we want something cleared up. We're coming in as the Sun, Seven of Cups. Basically, that is the Neptune, and it's in reverse. And I'll get the King of Cups in reverse here. So you can be dealing with a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. King of Cups is in reverse as somebody who's not got a good handle on their emotions. They can be emotionally manipulative. This can be somebody playing the mental health card. I'm just going to throw that out there because I can literally see it. Or this can be somebody saying that they're not able to cope with the situation and things are going to have to change because it is messing with somebody's head. I don't know what the setup here is, or whether it's intentional or it's just how somebody is reacting. I do feel somebody's saying that changes need to be made. Changes need to be made. So let's have a look. The outcome is the birds. The birds is not just about verbal conversation. It is about a lot of voices in the mix, you know. It can sometimes speak about disquiet, you know, a cacophony and everyone like getting involved and nobody actually being heard is really what I'm feeling. So I've got another three here. I've got the Three of Swords coming in sideways. And I've got the Queen of Cups. So there may be a relationship here. There's definitely an issue over money as well. We've got some money cards coming through. The Three of Swords is saying that there's going to be some sort of separation or division here. Basically, that's what the conversation is. Somebody is either not got a handle on their emotions. They're feeling emotionally overwhelmed. I mean, it can sometimes say that somebody doesn't know what to choose, what direction to go in, because they've literally got a man who's stuck here in some sort of labyrinth and he's stressed the fuck out. He doesn't know what to do about it. It's keeping him up at night. So there's something coming to a head here, basically. And I am seeing a parting of ways with the Three of Swords, or it's a conversation that somebody is, you know, heartbroken, or, you know, just really sad, or not feeling included or part of something, and it has to end. Pisces ended with that same card as well, and the Sun card is in reverse. I really don't like that. So there is definitely somebody leaving, parting ways, not looking back, not entering, you know, engaging with the past. They've got some shit memories here ultimately. So maybe one of these things that just erupts and somebody says their piece and is utterly toxic, painful to listen to, and then they go. And that could be you, that could be somebody else. Because I'm seeing so many pentacles and the Hierophant and whatnot, I do really think this is a work situation for you, Gemini. So do with that what you will, and let's just have a look at what your advice would be if this crops up in terms of how to handle it. In fact, I'm going to take my future tarot. So what should Pisces, no, not Pisces. I might want to listen to Pisces, but Pisces is super reading. You just had the Death card. We just had haters because things were going so much their way. Gemini, why does Gemini? I just can't relate this to the 5th house. I think that's where I'm struggling, to be honest, but let me know. I don't know. I was oh gosh, advice for Gemini. That feels so Piscean. I honestly think I had Pisces in my head. Yeah, do you know, there's something about this that kind of feels to me that you maybe need to not share quite so much, Gemini. Because the ultimate advice is the Moon, and that is about keeping things hush hush. Maybe even keeping your confusion or suspicion to yourself. I mean, there might be information you're privy to. I just sort of feel that you're not supposed to share that. And there's definitely something to do with somebody's drinking habits here, okay? I don't know if this is where this Venom comes. I'm not saying like a get together or a night out or anything like that. But there's definitely something to do with alcohol or drinking here. Because the Knight's drinking his own cup. He's in reverse. This is somebody who's not realistic, who doesn't follow through, who gets a bit drunk, you know, this is somebody who texts and phones when they're pissed. And the Page of Cups is obviously very immature, and these little fish has jumped out his cup here. So somebody's not able to keep things together. And then the Nine of Cups says this is very much a card of indulgence and feasting. And so I'm not really sure what the script is there, but in terms of advice, I feel that you're supposed to keep, you know, maybe keep your mouth shut a wee bit, or, you know, just rein it in, or don't go where you think you're going to go. I don't know if that's clear enough advice for Gemini for this, because I don't know if you're the one with the Venom or the Venom's coming at you, you know. Advice for Gemini. So there's basically some, I mean, obviously it can be a relationship for some of you. The courtship card is usually a relationship in the very early stages. It could be a date. But this is some sort of meeting that somebody is really stressing about with the Despair card here. And the state of the relationship, if you like, is one where there's a mature man who's not being straight, okay? So there's basically some sort of relationship here, and that doesn't need to be a marriage. It's just the state of a relationship or a partnership or a job where there is a mature man and he's not being honest about possibly his health, or a short illness or a sudden illness. It's not serious usually. This is somebody who's maybe saying that they can't cope. They're, you know, kind of overwhelmed. I do think somebody may have a drinking issue here, but they're not. I think what's coming at us and what we're going to find out is not even like a fraction of what the actual story is. It is in many ways a kind of fabrication of what's going on with someone's health and what's going on in somebody's home as well. Okay, Gemini, that's your reading. Let me know if it resonates. If you would like a personal, my information is below, and you have a good week to 10 days, and I'll speak to you when I speak to you. Bye.